Welcome. This is David Bowles, Human Meme. Today's topic: the Law and Order Recluse. In a tumultuous world, we all seek comfort from danger and temptation. If there's one thing the COVID-19 pandemic taught us, along with the death of George Floyd and the subsequent Black Lives Matter movement, we have learned that none of us are safe, and for some of us, that means we can no longer turn to the ideas of law and order and police protection to give us pause and perhaps even some peace. Now, my human meme friend, there was a time not too long ago when the television police drama was common in many households. Columbo, NCIS, CSI, CSI Miami, Miami Vice, the entire Law and Order franchise, Dragnet, The Closer, Car 54, Where Are You?, NYPD Blue, The Andy Griffith Show, all of the Chicago One programs, Big Apple, 911, America's Most Wanted. Oh, you get the idea. Then George Floyd was killed, and it all changed. Some police teledramas were canceled. Follow-along police shows, live shows, rescue shows were canceled. The idea of the cancellations, I guess, was because of the glorification of police authority over civilians. The thinking went, the thinking goes, I guess those police shows were one-sided and that they only showed the goodness of the police and didn't give the civilians an equal chance to be heard. But some of the police dramas, television shows, remained on the air. Law and Order is still a big franchise, and it's still going strong, decades of being on the air, untouched by political correctness, because Law and Order, I believe, tries to show both sides of the realm. Take the good with the bad. And that show acknowledges that sometimes cops can be bad, even while helping innocent victims. And then I read something online about how women, more than men, love these police shows, as well as the true crime documentaries found on places like the Discovery Channel. It seems women just can't get enough of murder and killing. Well, it seems that way, and it was all quite a fascinating argument, which makes one wonder, what is it about murder and mayhem that people, statistically more women than men, prefer to watch it all on television? Why is TV crime more appealing than something funny or otherworldly? I wonder if it can be as simple as this: all's well that ends well. Well, maybe. Cop dramas, murder documentaries rarely end with the bad guy winning, and these shows usually don't end in doubt. There is always a predictable beginning, middle, and end punishment. Usually the side protecting the law and the people win. And yes, my human meme friend, there is some comfort in feeling safe, in promoting safety in society, a goodness in defending the home against the unknown outsider. It appears the idea of justice matters. And I get it. Justice must cut both ways. When bad cops do bad things, they must be punished, just how citizens are punished when they do the wrong thing. But it seems to me, more often than not, at least on television, that the right punishment is required and dealt and done with, all in an hour. Life is sweet and magical and tidy again when viewed through the television. Victim validation cannot be underestimated. There needs to be justice and revolution for those who have been harmed and irreparably damaged by the evils of a perilous society. And that means that we, the viewer, become the recluse. We are safe in our homes. We are away from the streets. And the world is set right for us every night in 60 minutes on the television. The world is healed. There is no more crime. and we can continue on in our dismal lives thinking we are safe from Baba Yaga, hiding under the bed with a gun. And many of those shows, like Law & Order, have a half-life that is longer than uranium. And they begin to stir a long life on their own, rooted in imagination and tested by the reality of the retelling. Yes, these police comfort shows keep showing up in reruns, different channels, all day long, marathon showings, confirming the cultural biases that we hold so dearly. And together we watch, relieved, we win again, over and over, by our shared reclusive personalities tuned together. We cannot get enough of winning against the bad guys, and so we relive, rewatch, and rewind our memories in order to be satiated and self-satisfied all over again. The familiar is comforting. There is recognition of the infinite in the finite story of overcoming the weakness that becomes us. It's like an adult bedtime story. We want to hear the moral of the story over and over again, and nothing changes in the retelling. Good wins, bad is punished, and we are comforted in the recognition of the ending of the story before it is even shared with us. Yes, my human meme friend, rewatching these modern-day morality plays is hypnotic. We are removed from our lives and replaced in our cribs. Our homes are left behind. We are transported into superior knowing. Oh, we know the winner before the end game even starts. We know the game is rigged. Rigged against them, the immoral and the vanished. And we know the game is tilted toward us. We find the reconfirmation of ourselves, and we revalidate our dreams, all in the recommitment of participation. Participation against the ill wind rising to focus us down into lawlessness and separation. We, however, refuse to lose to the bad guys in the rerun of our reclusive denial of reality. Our whole national anemia is risked in the perpetuation and in the support of the unreachable American dream. The American dream, where the West was won with a gun, and then vanquished in the courtroom, as the good always tries to defeat the evil among us, by shooting first and asking questions about innocence later. And the bad rarely win on television, but in real life, bad wins with epidemic consistency. We perish alone in real life, where we cannot control or predict the right, righteous outcome. In our contemporary reclusiveness, we find ourselves worn out, beaten down, fearful and encircled by circumstance, and yet we try to remain hopeful that morality will win over the badge in hand or not, with gun always aimed and triggered at the perceived bad and the wondrously mortally wounded. And a bet is made. A wager is put against life, against the irrevocable win of memory and belonging. In our own fear, we own ourselves. Thank you for listening. Be a human meme.